EXO's Lay loses consciousness before boarding plane and is transferred to hospital.
On October 11th, when Lay from EXO was at the Incheon airport in Korea getting ready to travel to Japan, he fainted, lost consciousness, and needed to be transferred out on a gurney with wheels, a hospital bed, to the hospital?
Yes, it's kind of scary, actually.
If you ask me, it looks like Lay, out of all the members of EXO, right at this present moment or right in this vicinity of time, is the most worked. I was gonna say overworked, but he seems to be the one who's putting in the most work. I mean, his solo work, his new song and MV that came out, and
What You Need? Yeah, it just came out, and this guy is overworked. Well, not overworked, but he's choosing to be kind of overworked. It's gotta happen in order to promote his single that's just out. He's doing really well, though. Like, it's placed on Billboard charts here, even in the US. Yay! And the boy just put out his music video. He just performed the song first live. He's just so busy, so exhausted from everything that's going on, and also from the stress, probably, of what is going on, that this caused him to faint. That's what happened.
there is some psychological pressure going on with him being the last Chinese member of EXO left and the face of EXO in China. Really, I mean, that is really, the Chinese fans like all the other members too, but of course they're going to relate mostly with the one that speaks their own native language. So Lay has a tall order to fulfill on his shoulders. And in reference to what you were saying, overworked, that's subjective, which means each person has their threshold to which they are overworked. We don't know where Lay's is, and I know, at least in recent years, as I'm getting older, I seem to be able to accomplish more or work harder. Even though I had more energy when I was younger, it's really kind of a weird dynamic. So everyone's different there. Thing is here, Lay was going to perform in Japan. He was going to Hokkaido, which is that big island up in the icy northern part of Japan. If you look at Japan as a whole, Japan has more than double the population of Korea. I know that when you and I lived in Korea, we know that each of the cities there has a very big population of people. And if I just kind of transfer that knowledge over to Japan, if you look at the map of Japan, there's more cities there. It just seems like there must be so much to accomplish, at least in terms of live performances. It's got to be overwhelming just looking at it from a manager's perspective, not even the performer's perspective. And the performer's got more on their responsibility list than the manager does. And this concert was way up in the north. It doesn't even look like that many people live.
Yes, and they are a solo act performance, so there was no other artists going on stage with them. Usually K-pop concerts, they do 3 songs or 5 songs, and then the next group comes out and they do their set, and then the next group. That was not this situation. It was just EXO doing just EXO songs.
And weren't they also just in Japan? Didn't, like, last week Dio didn't come back with them from Japan, and now they're going back to Japan again? There's so much, whether it's performing or live press conferences or traveling, like every day is chock full. I saw recently in May of this year that Lay lost consciousness earlier this year.
I was going to note that.
Yeah,
yes.
And it happened in China, and they weren't sure at first what had happened, but it was from exhaustion, and they just work these guys to the bone.
Well, yes. It's part of being a K-pop member. This is part of the reason why I would never sign up to be in K-pop.
It is an exciting life, though, if you think about it. I'm sure a lot of people are envious or even a bit jealous that they get to live out their dreams and perform in front of so many people. And just the dynamic seems to be too much. Like, there's too much being in the limelight and having fans love you so much.
Sometimes there is.
There's a lot of us watching that could say SM in general in some ways doesn't treat their idols, like everyone that's signed under SM, properly. We've seen a lot of different things that come up along the way where evidence points to that. But then there's also Lay's health condition specifically, which I'm actually very concerned about.
Yeah, I don't think that this is an SM situation as much. I know that they could probably lighten their schedule up a little bit, especially if Lay is passing out like this. His schedule might need to be lightened up a little bit. But he is the main dancer of EXO, and he does have this promotion stuff that's going on because he's just debuting his first solo work. Tons of stress, tons of pressure, tons of exhaustion, I am sure. Poor boy is like sitting in a hospital bed with an IV, just trying to relax and rehydrate, and
we wish him the best.
Exactly.
Comments about this. How concerned are you about Lay's condition?
Yes, Lei, if you can hear this, feel better. We're fighting, cheering you on. Fighting!
Click the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. And don't forget to subscribe for more HallyuBack news and check out the link to this in the description. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye!